Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, well, TGIF and happy Friday, everybody. Here we go now, heading right on into the weekend. And it was another stormy start to the morning. We had rain and storms. In fact, we even still have rain and storms ongoing in parts of the area. And really, even as we go through the day, we're not completely done yet. We've got a cold front that's going to be moving through, and that cold front could still be the additional spark for some additional thunderstorm activity as we go through the afternoon. Now, we will dial back rain probabilities this afternoon, but again, some widely scattered to spotty activity not impossible. And again, we're going to try and top out right around 70, but like I mentioned, eventually we'll have a cold front moving through, and that is going to set us up for a cooler weekend. We're going to talk about that weekend forecast coming up. But this is what we've done over the last couple of days. These are radar estimated rainfall totals here, all things combined, and we've got some big numbers showing up here. Again, you can see a lot of locations, 2-3 inches. Again, a few select locations I've highlighted, nearly 5 inches of rain, even parts of northwestern Dallas County. Again, 5 inches of rain, again, a little over 5 inches of rain. So again, this was a good rain, maybe a little too much for some folks. We've had some, again, isolated flooding concerns around the area, but again, that will continue to take us a long way through spring. Again, as we continue to need more and more rain, obviously, before we get to summer. But there goes the morning rain. Now, the morning commute, it was wet here in the Metroplex. I probably don't need to tell you that. But again, you can really see the line of rain and storms now really beginning to accelerate off to the east, soon out of our coverage area. I think that's going to continue to energize, get stronger as it gets over into parts of eastern Texas. And in fact, later in the day, could even become severe, again, outside of our coverage area, again, as it does continue to pull away. But we are continuing to watch this upper level storm trough. In fact, you can see it right there. It's coming out. And again, as it begins to move through our area, specifically as we go through the afternoon, again, the cold front behind it, it will eventually sweep through. The cold front will take all the opportunity of rain and storms with it. And like I said, it will set us up for a dry weekend, a cooler weekend. But again, right before that cold front comes through, that will be our secondary opportunity of rain and storms again as we go through the afternoon. You can see the storm trough, there it goes, clearing out. Again, behind it, we've got that cold front moving in. It's going to be a quiet weekend. Even the start of next week is also relatively quiet. But as we go through next week, we may have another powerhouse upper level storm system. You see it right there developing out to the west. And as that happens, by the middle to end of next week, there may be another opportunity of some rain and storms in the area. And the way it looks, some of that activity again next week, it is that time of year, of course, could also be severe as well. So red showing up on the map for today. Again, the activity that we had this morning basically pushing east, as you saw. That wasn't necessarily severe. But again, as we go through the afternoon, there may be one more opportunity as that cold front arrives of, again, not just thunderstorms, but some of those storms could actually be on the stronger to maybe even severe side. Again, the concern would be hail, and again, the concern would be wind, $0.25 dollar size hail, and winds up to 60 miles per hour. So I'm going to walk you through the modeling here. There goes the morning activity. You can see it basically fizzles, kind of wanes again as it does continue to push off to the east. But right there's the cold front again as it does begin to push through later in the day. Again, a few thunderstorms developing along it. And like I mentioned, that'll be between 3, 4, 5 p.m. this evening. And then that activity continues to push off to the east and to the southeast again as we go through the evening. And then simply put behind it, we basically continue to dry things out. Might be a couple isolated showers as we go through the deeper part of the evening. But again, by and large, heading into the weekend, we're basically dry. Just a quick peek at instability. We don't have a lot of instability later in the day, but again, you can see maybe just enough to get a couple of those storms to go. And again, with that hail and that wind concern, we'll track it carefully as we go through the day. 60s to right around 70s for daytime highs. And again, we'll keep kind of a lower end 50% probability, again, especially deeper in the afternoon. We will begin to taper off those rain probabilities as we go through the evening. Can't guarantee a completely dry late evening, but by midnight, the rain chance is basically in for any kind of later evening Friday plans. And again, you can see overnight lows there continue to drift off overnight. It will be a chillier start to your Saturday. Again, behind the front, you can see highs on Saturday only struggling through the 50s. But again, it does set us up for a cooler but a decent looking weekend. Temperatures rebound next week. And here comes that next weather maker. Like I mentioned, maybe the opportunity of rain and storms, especially on Thursday, beginning to show back up. And again, some of those storms could even be strong to severe. So we're tracking all this, and of course, we'll have more as the hour rolls along.